Katt Williams just blew the roof off the internet after exposing shocking details about Jay-Z and Beyoncé's role in DMX's downfall. According to Katt, DMX refused to play Jay's game. He didn't kiss up, didn't fold, and that made Jay furious because he couldn't control him like he did with other rappers.
Everybody knows you've had battles with throughout the years.
Yeah.
So at the time, they were saying that, you was on drugs. That's why they didn't want to invest in you.
Right. They already invested. What you mean they didn't want to invest? They already invested. Like I said, the album was recorded, shot the video, everything. That was just some bullshit. You know what that was.
Do you ever feel
Let's
like
get
people,
rid of the competition?
Do you ever feel like people at the label didn't do enough for you when they could tell that you really needed help? Or do you think that you were too far gone?
No, I was never too far gone. I mean, it just, all I needed was just do me like you do everybody else. Don't sit there and speculate about this and think about this and assume this. Just do me like you do everybody else, and it's gonna be all right, man. You know what I mean? But that never happened.
So I think with DMX too, you never, Def Jam, I feel, never put a lot into DMX. It was always the groundwork with DMX.
Katt swears that's why Jay blackballed him. Katt says he even reached out to DMX personally because he knew what it felt like to be shut out by the industry for not joining in on the shady freak show behind closed doors. And the timing? Too perfect to ignore. Right after Jay slid into that Def Jam president seat, DMX's career suddenly started crashing, and Jay's ex-best friend Irv Gotti claimed that was no coincidence.
What happened was, I had the crazy track record, Def Jam, everything was good. I go to do the 6th album.
Jay-Z became president.
Yeah, when he first got the job, he hit me with the call like, yo, dog, MH is running the building like, yo, you good. Finish the album, shoot the video. What happened?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go on vacation and, we don't know. What you mean you don't know?
Mm-hmm.
How do you listen to a whole album, pick a single, shoot a video, then don't know? Okay, I see what's really good. You're trying to eliminate the competition. Because at first you retire, then get me off the label, now you're back rapping again. Okay. It's all good. That's all.
The word on the street is that Jay deliberately worked to bury DMX, cutting him off from opportunities until he was left battling demons and substances just to cope. What makes this story even crazier is that Jay and DMX weren't strangers. They came up knowing each other before fame, but power changed everything once Jay took control of Def Jam.
I ever had, I was like, we got to sign DMX, and they laughed at me. I remember when I left the office, Tina Davis said, she knew what I wanted to sign DMX. She said, DMX don't sell. Your ass is fired. Jay and Dame did not believe in DMX. Jay would be like, you think he's better than me? And I'd be like, he's nice just like you. I said, if you look in the hood, there's less of like you and more like him. Yeah, but he don't want to live that. He's depressing, Gotti. And I said, I don't give a f. So Jay used to watch me grind with X, and he was off with the Hitman. And then something strange happened.
DMX had the game in a stranglehold, dropping 5 consecutive #1 albums on the Billboard 200 like it was nothing. He was unstoppable. But once Jay got in the picture, that dominance started to fade fast, and DMX didn't stay quiet. During a radio interview, he flat out accused Jay of using his position at Def Jam to sabotage him. And remember how I mentioned earlier that Jay-Z's ex-best friend Irv Gotti also came forward with his own bombshells? According to Irv, Jay was flat out jealous of DMX. So jealous that he even sabotaged a joint album that Ja Rule and X were putting together. Why? Because Jay couldn't handle the fact that DMX was outshining him on every track. Irv said Jay's cold reaction to X set the tone for their messy relationship going forward.
X was with it, Ja was with it.
Jay wasn't with it.
I tried 2 times to make that album happen. X was with it, Ja was with it.
Why do you think Jay didn't want to be about it?
This is just my opinion. Just my opinion. I don't think Jay wanted to get in that room with X and Ja. It was not.
One more than the other, or
no,
both?
No, both. Jay is a very smart person. He's going to do an album with R. Kelly. R. Kelly worships Jay-Z. Worships him.
And Kanye West.
Kanye West worships Jay-Z.
And Jay Electronica. They
all worshipped him. X and Ja don't worship Jay-Z. You're my man, but when that beat comes on, you're not above me getting at you. And that's what I do not feel Jay wanted to deal with. He didn't want to deal with... I'm saying they would come at each other subliminally. So it wasn't a direct hit where they're going to say your name and thing. But they coming at you. So do I want to make a whole album with these coming at me? And if I'm Jay-Z, there's a slight chance that, what is it going to say? I'm not the nicest.
That's what
Right. It's not worth it.
Where's my win?
Right.
The only thing I'm seeing with this is potential loss. With now people are saying, these is better than you.
Sure, they dropped a few songs together after that, but insiders claim the tension never ended. The beef carried on behind the scenes right up until DMX's final days. Irv even revealed that there was supposed to be a full collaborative album with Jay, DMX, and J. Rule, but it never saw the light of day because Jay allegedly couldn't stand being overshadowed. And the rumors only got darker from there. Some voices in the industry claim that Jay's jealousy ran so deep it may have even played a role in X's downfall, and that Beyonce allegedly knows the truth but stays silent to protect her husband. Of course, she's his wife, so people argue it's no shock she'd cover for him. But that's not where it stops. Word on the street is Beyonce herself has skeletons in her closet, with Jay rumored to have helped her cover them up. People point to wild allegations made by Jaguar, who accused Jay and Beyonce of trapping people, keeping them locked away, and even being linked to tragedies like the death of Aaliyah and Jay's alleged mistress, Kathy White, who reportedly passed while pregnant.
Publicly, Dream Hampton spearheaded the Surviving R. Kelly campaign, which fueled the Me Too campaign. And that was all funded by Sean Carter to make sure that Robert Kelly went to jail. Get his lick back. Why is nobody understanding that Dream Hampton was being financed and ran by Sean Carter? They were able to go and get all of these witnesses because he was there with Robert Kelly. How does Jay-Z sit down with Gayle King and she not ask him one question about the intersection between him and Aaliyah and Robert Kelly? This is insane that people keep refusing.
How many victims potentially do you think there could be?
Thousands. Thousands. I've talked to hundreds that I deal with still myself. I have 3 victims right now who are willing to give testimony about not only what Mr. Carter has done to them, but his wife as well. They're a nasty little couple. They do nasty things.
What do you think happened with Kim
Keeping people against their will. Putting people on planes while they're unconscious, just like Aaliyah got on that plane. Unconscious. There's a lot of things that people don't want to talk about. That changes now, Sean. You must respond. You have no choice. Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, Robert Kelly, Sean Combs have one person in common, professionally and privately. Sean Carter. This has been a fist of tyranny that has been punching through our culture and our society for decades. It must stop.
And when it comes to Jaguar's claims, fans went digging, and some believe she was onto something shocking. Some fans believe Beyonce might have even dropped cryptic confessions in her own music. In her song Daughter, she raps shocking lyrics that people think point to a crime scene cover-up involving her, Jay-Z, and even a bathroom attendant who supposedly helped them clean things up. The lyrics read, "Your body, laid out on these filthy floors. Your bloodstains on my custom couture. Bathroom attendant, let me write it in. She was a big fan. I really tried to stay cool, but your arrogance disturbed my solitude. Now I ripped your dress and you're all black and blue. Look what you made me do." At the time of Kathy White's death, the pathologist claimed it was a brain aneurysm, but Jaguar came forward saying Beyonce and Jay were behind it. According to her, Jay allegedly decided Kathy had to go because Beyonce had discovered their affair, and if Jay didn't handle it, Beyonce was ready to.
Was taken unfairly. She actually died screaming, and the Carters are responsible. But one of them is just a little more responsible than the other. Question is, did Sean Carter delete his mistress, his pregnant mistress, because his wife was jealous? Or could it be possible that maybe his wife's temper is just a little worse than most people think? And maybe he just had to clean it up to protect the brand's sake. I mean, I'm just speculating.
And then there's DMX. The pressure around Jay got so loud that he was forced to speak on it. Jay admitted there was tension, but claimed there was still love between him and X. But if you listen to Irv Gotti's version of events, it sounded like there was no love at all, just rivalry. On top of that, word is Katt Williams himself believes Jay had a hand in DMX's death, supposedly rejecting him because DMX refused to bow down. And Katt would know what that feels like. If anyone understands the industry coming down on someone who refuses to sell their soul, it's him. Katt revealed that back when he was filming Friday After Next, producers even tried to pressure him into doing a disturbing scene where Terry Crews' character would assault him, and they thought it would be funny. Katt said he stood his ground and told Ice Cube and the producers there was no way he was going to film that scene, because there was nothing funny about it. Katt admitted it was a huge risk, especially since Friday After Next was his very first movie, and they made him feel like he was being too difficult just for saying no.
Truth of the matter is, the Money Mike in the original script got in the bathroom, and that's what Ricky Smiley was okay with. Katt Williams had to take the risk in front of the studios and the cast and our powers that be in his very first movie and say respectfully, humbly, guys, if we're talking about anything else, I have no credibility and I have no pull. But we're talking about comedy, right, where I have all the credibility and all the pull. The problem with Friday After Next is we're trying to make a classic comedy. And this comedy involves and is never funny, no matter who it happens to or what the circumstances are. If you would allow me to allow us to do this movie without a black man getting in it, I promise you that it will be twice as funny as it would be with him getting. So considering that's the real story, why would you bring up that story? 35 members of the cast and crew have never brought up that Ricky Smiley was gonna play Money Mike. No one ever saw me put on a Santa Claus suit. We got a wardrobe department. They made a Santa Claus suit for me. Why that wasn't in the bloopers? All of these big deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. Takes any of them, all lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. People want to know, well, why would he get blackballed?
Yeah,
oh, because in 30 years I've done nothing but collect information, knowledge, and your secrets. So if you and a man was in a corner doing something you wasn't supposed to be doing,
you will tell it.
No, somebody come to tell me.
Okay.
I gather that. I value that. I'll pay for that. Come, tell me. I know so many things I shouldn't know, and they all know it. They all know it. Why? Because they canceled me for talking about Harvey Weinstein before the thing came out, but he offered to suck my in front of all my people at my agency.
And it didn't stop there. Just like DMX, the industry came for Katt once they realized he wasn't going to be a pawn for their agenda. But the difference? Katt survived to tell his story, while DMX tragically didn't.
Respect about him and real shit is that at least he told me to my face what he felt. And when D told Puff, he said, yo, if you like the loss, you're gonna love X. And I spit or whatever, and he was like, his voice is too rough, he's not marketable. Didn't like it, but I had to respect it.
That's why Katt is now calling out Beyonce, accusing her of keeping the truth about DMX's death buried. He even believes the only way the real killer will ever be exposed is if Beyonce herself finally talks. Of course, the internet had plenty to say. One person wrote, DMX was not scared of Diddy nor Jay-Z. He made that clear several times, especially in interviews when he exposed the industry. Another fan said, DMX wasn't only a great rapper, he was a poet. One of the realest voices hip-hop ever had. Nobody will ever sound like X again. But now I really want to hear from you. Do you think Beyonce is keeping secrets about DMX? Do you believe Jay-Z played a part in this story? Drop all your thoughts and theories in the comments. I'll be checking them out and replying. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, smash that subscribe button for more daily celebrity drama. And don't miss my brand new video, it's just as wild.